Good evening, everyone. How you doing, username? Good to see you. Oh, the echo. Let me fix that. Happy Monday. Um, Sorry for being a little bit late. Had a handful of stuff going on today, and then, well, for most of this week, and then probably continuing on for a little while. So, if streams are a bit shorter, or we're on kind of like this deprecated schedule that we've been doing for the next couple months or so, don't be super surprised. Um, Easiest way to keep up with the streams obviously is always going to be either follow the channel or if you happen to be in the Discord, that's going to be a good way too. Give me just a sec. I just turned on my machine, so I've got to boot up everything else for the stream. But I hope you've all been doing good. I get all this ready. We're going to be continuing what I was working on. When was it? Wednesday, I think? With the user interface stuff. Why is my YouTube not connected? Hey, Melancholy. How are you? And then hello to everyone on YouTube also. No, that was Thursday, I thought. Oh, I am Pacific time. Because, like, right now it's 7 o'clock for me. So, my Wednesday streams are probably Thursday for most of y'all. I think that that's about all the setup I needed to do. Okay, that's working. Masochist, how are you, dude? Also, to all of you in the Discord, obviously I'm not as active in there as I'd like to be. Sorry about that, but I'm glad to see that all of you guys are sharing your projects, your art, and being super supportive of one another. It's always good to see. So last time, and this is what we're going to be continuing on today, the lighting here is a bit scuffed. But we made this screen here, and that was the... Ooh. My mouse, I don't know if you guys can see that. So you guys can see my mouse, and it lingers a little bit on screen like that until I move, which isn't a huge deal because it's easy to, like, it's more of a minor nuisance that goes away. La Vida Loca, nice. No, it was Wednesday, but I was wondering about your time zone. Oh, I see. Yep, West Coast. Well, just West Coast time zone, I guess. So I'm not sure if I'm tempted to clean this up a little bit more or just start working on the second one so that we can get a little bit more forward progress. I think probably that second option. That way we can have a couple of different similar looking monitors, and then I also don't care a whole lot. Wait, what were all the effects I gave it? Oh, I see. I did like video degradation and stuff on it. I could, because this name is going to be interchangeable, so let's go ahead and just get rid of that. And let's get the bucket black, opacity high. There we go. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Full stream today or half day? We'll see. I'm kind of thinking half stream, but I'll kind of go until a good stopping point. Sounds on stream are so hard. I swear your audio is never quite right. Yeah, mine are never right either. That's why I always have to just keep bouncing off of the viewers. You're on a 5-day watch streak? Whoa. I'm on a 3-day watch streak of Masochists. Does this let me duplicate this project? I don't think so. I can always just, oh wait, no. We wanted to actually work in Paint, because that's where the source was. What a gamer. Oh! Melancholy on YouTube now. Too many ads on Twitch? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I have it set to the minimum. So Twitch is weird, to where if I want to make it so there are no pre-roll ads, which essentially makes it to where if someone joins the stream, they don't have to sit through like 30 seconds of ads before the stream starts. That means I have to do mid-rolls, which is like throughout the stream randomly. Ads get played. And I don't like doing pre-rolls because if people want to just check out the stream for the first time, it's a little more tough if they have to just sit through ads before they can check it out. Especially if it's not something they know they'll like or not. Maybe invest into a mic compressor would help video quality. A mic compressor? Oh. For Masochist. Is my mic good? I feel like mine's okay enough. I could probably get some better setup. I have a few different microphones, but oddly enough, the one that's attached to my headset is one of the better ones. You'll stream sometime this week. You have been... Whatever you say, Masochist. My mic's fine. Thank you, thank you. Twitch just likes ads. It's whatever. Yeah. My mic's good. Okay, cool, cool. Let's also get rid of this, because this is just a placeholder. Will it let me duplicate on paint.net? No. Alright, I'll make a new one. Don't know why I did that. Do this. Make a new layer. And we're just going to copy some stuff over. Now this screen isn't going to be identical. It's going to be similar, but not like fully. Did you ever check out the plugin you sent? No. I hadn't checked that out yet. Since I have you, I have a question. Let me hear your question. So this is roughly the design of the second screen, rather than there being like the monster select on the left. This is mostly just for keeping track of different behavior types. They're more like notes that describe the animals, or I guess the creatures, monsters, behavior. So, how do I want to do this? Probably get rid of this. Definitely didn't do this the best way I could have because of, like, where all of these are. Why did it do it like that? Hey, Mess, how you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. That definitely kind of distorted the line shape, but I'm not upset with that, honestly. And then we'll have this just say actions. I'll at some point have to go back and change the font of all these to make it a little bit less scuffed. I think Courier New is actually a good looking font. I don't know if that has it in here though. Or just Courier. There it is, Courier New. You're doing good. Glad to hear it. Let's bold. Whoops. Okay, that's not the shortcut to bold, I guess. And then 3 buttons, and then just all of this is going to be text-based. So we don't really need to do too much inside of there. Oh, no, I may not hear your question. You figured out the answer when thinking about workflow. Oh, well, yay! Congrats! Probably get rid of this. Wrong layer. And this tool. Looks good. And then this just kind of goes all the way down to about there. Alright, trying to come up with a good acronym. Behavioral analysis database. Bad. Alright, let's... Behavioral, behavior analysis database. Database system or just behavior analysis database? Bread. Why are those on 2 separate things? What the? Hey, Raph, how you doing? Behavioral regulation and ego analysis data. You pressed a picture of a Dr. Pepper on a vending machine and it gave you a Diet Pepsi? That's so cursed. You're not sure you just made it up? I mean, it's not awful. The ego part was a twist I wasn't expecting. Okay, can I just want this. I want to move it. Why did I do this on 2 separate lines? Who has it? Oh, why? I have an idea. Oh, no. Okay, okay, hold on. Oh, I've just made a mess of the layers. You guys can't see it, but like, there they are. What if I just start deleting stuff? Surely that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, oh. I wanted that one. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm so close. Yes! That took way longer. That took way longer than it needed to. Alright, what's its high? 528, 78? 78 is where it needs to be. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Glad to see you. Let me catch up on chat, because I think I missed a bunch. Hold on. You're good. You've been learning about UI in Godot. Ooh, good luck with that. Trying to make a modular UI? Yeah, that's kind of what I attempted to do here. I'm gonna start keeping all props in a I cannot speak. A single Blender file for organizing. I was wondering if it would be better to model in a separate folder than import it to the asset library. Model in a separate folder? Oh, then import it. Oh, I would recommend no. Ultimately, um, like keeping all of your Blender files in your, at least for me, my Unreal project is probably going to be the ideal because I can revision control the Blender stuff all together as opposed to keeping it separated. Now, if you're just talking about like keeping the Blender files and all of that separate from like the textures and stuff, which I think is what you just said, um, I feel like that. I don't know. I keep all of mine together per prop, so um the FBX and then the PNGs and the material are all in the same folder, rather than just having a materials folder with all of them. In typical fashion, I'm spending way too long over engineering a minor system in a small project, only to eventually start a new project in about a week or two. You know what? That's part of the fun. These are hobbies. We're meant to have fun with them. Almost did that today. Oh, yeah. Almost done with The Hobbit. Ooh, and excited that I'm actually consistently reading. What's new with me? Well, first of all, Hobbit is a fantastic read. I think I read it for the first time in college for like a general education class. I listened to an audiobook by it. Uh, Obviously, you're already towards the end of it, but it's an audiobook by someone called, I think, Bluefax? Spell like that. And it's like a theatrical version to where it's like he does the voices, the accents, but then there's like sound effects and even music from the movie in it. It is super well done. That's how I went through the book the first time. I'll try Kevin. I keep thinking multiple models in the same file is easier for my brain, but I don't think it's the correct thing to do. I think it's. I'm sure there is a standard like in the industry. I just have no idea what it is. And I feel like, especially for smaller projects, there's probably like it's better just to stick with what you're comfortable with. I'm gonna jump over to Twitch for a sec. Scrolling back up to the vending machine Diet Pepsi tragedy. Happened to you last week too? Maybe you should. Is this like the only vending machine you have access to? We got a link on voice chat again. I need another mind to speak on a so-called lore. Oh, on a so-called lore Bible you started to create? Yeah, you go deep in your lore. Keep stuff separate as much as possible, you're saying. Take it from someone that's modeled for 8 years, at least in Blender and SketchUp. You could accidentally delete a model in your so-called library and not have backups, screwing yourself over. Keep a folder for work in progress and keep a folder for things you're working on. It'll literally prevent you from accidentally selecting all and deleting or corrupting a file has all of your stuff in it. That is good advice. I'm not a modeler. I'm a programmer. So when it comes to like how I keep all of my programs together, I mean, I can show you. But it's obviously, you know, apples to oranges. Primarily because I have to keep all of my files together for the compiler to recognize them. And up at the top here, if I want to use something from Hunter AI character, and I want to throw this include, it's easier for all the compilers and makefiles if they're in the same directory. That's not to say I can't have them in multiple directories, but it just adds more headache. Which I initially tried to do at first, but I just didn't do it very well, and I just kind of gave up because I didn't really care enough to try to figure out the way to do it. Alright, let me go back to YouTube and finish reading. My biggest problem with Blender always has been keeping things organized. Blender is a mess. Yeah. Hobbies are the best. I agree. I agree. I know exactly what you're talking about in regards to The Hobbit, the audiobook I had. I did that last year walking the dogs. It was fantastic. This round, I'm trying new teas and actually reading. Trying to use the brain. What? No. No, doom scroll. That's what you got. That's how you brain good. Serotonin. Dopamine. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll probably just find a better way to organize Blender files for my brain. I keep a lot of my Blender files, or at least a lot of related stuff in the same Blender file. I'm trying to find a good example now that I'm trying to search my brain for one. Of course, I can't find it. Oh, why is there a starting soon on this? Oh, okay, well, I guess that's just part of the Blender. My Blender scene's all busted. I need to make a note to fix that. Alright, well, at least we're not doing Blender tonight. My attention span is no good. Just trying to get 12 books done this year and close to finishing my first one. What's next? Kevin, yeah, I may be making a retro game PC next week. Would you be interested in the FBX? If you're willing to share it in, of course, even if it's not something I would use, it's just to look at it. I like looking at models and trying to learn from them. These Shallow Graves. Am I a reader? I know how to read. That's about the extent of it. Hey, Basti. On Twitch side, tell Homeslice that's having a hard time organizing on Blender to hit me up. I'll tell him what to do. I think y'all are both in the Discord. So, utilize those art channels, all ye artists. Twitch, what you do is black magic to me. Big brain energy for that. Yes, truly, truly. All right, what was I doing? Behavior ID and description. I like description, so let's use that. And let's move this. Okay, hold on. Go to this background. We'll clear this out. We don't really need this here anymore. That was just for the last one. Whoa, okay, didn't mean that. And then we can drag this out. I'm also not going to drag it. I'm just going to move it and then... Actually, you know what? I'll drag it. I don't care. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Wait, yes, I can. Maybe? Oh. Whatever. I think that's fine. Gives a little bit of depth to it. So the idea is, like, different behavior descriptions here in this bigger part, and then headings here on the left, just so it's like, when it gets to later in the game and there's a lot of different behaviors listed, it's easy for players to just, like, click through different, like, almost folders of them, rather than having to scroll a bunch. What I don't like is this. Like, I could connect him, but I think that's lazy. Maybe I just have it be like this. Oh, why is it that color? The... Do you have any references? Nah, no. I googled an image of a Pip-Boy from Fallout, and that's about the closest I've got. Where is it? I'm just kind of spitballing. Now, to be fully fair to myself, I'm not afraid of failure. Like, if this looks like crap, cool. Fix it in post. Ooh. Ooh, those don't line up. Uh, 48. You fool. I know, I know. What's this height? 667? Oh no, I shouldn't have said that out loud. At the bottom left, and even like if you are on desktop, you probably can't see those tiny numbers. But that's telling me like where on the XY my my cursor is. See, now I kind of feel like this needs to... Oh. Okay. But now it's going to be stretched in a way that's different. Oh. The consequences of my actions. There we go. Line does not concern himself with good game design. You didn't even notice me? Foolishness around? Wait, what did I not notice? The foolishness? Fix it immediately. I did. It's fine, it's fine. Crisis averted. An alpha does not care about design consistency. Thank you, Internet. He disappears, but when the world needs him most, he drops his infinite wisdom. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Good to see you. Oh, he didn't. You got about a 25% chance for him to read your message. So, fun fact, I'm illiterate. Yeah, I don't read the chat. I just kind of pick up the vibes that you all put off. And it's like telekinesis, but not as good. Behavior description. I should put this on a new layer so that I can move it easily. Description. That's fine. I'll fix it at some point. Actually, I'll fix it now. I think I can do that. I have the technology. Check this out. Y'all are going to be so impressed. Oh. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Telepathic Ren Cannon. Yes. The Illiteracy Club. Good to see you too, my boy. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Hope you're doing okay. You can't point out mistakes and then not fix it. That's just rude. What mistake did I point out and not fix? I do that a lot, by the way. Like, especially in Blender, I'll mess something up, like the corner of the wall doesn't actually corner well. And then I'll just kind of be like, hey, no one's going to notice this, right? Like, the fact that these are all different font sizes and that the actions is not actually centered with the size of the screen. No one's going to notice that, right? What is the center of the screen? It's 1080 by 1080, which is 540. So the center of the screen is here. Honestly, that's pretty close for just spitballing it. That's pretty close. Being illiterate is the new wave. Alright, now I'm mad that these two are so close together that it looks like it's one thing. Unless I add a new line. Hold on. I think my big brain is activating. I like how it kind of does that distortion thing when I click and drag it. Neat. Oh no, again. Man, working in layers, huh? Probably close enough to the center. Did I spell this right? Analysis database. Okay, yeah. I mean, the player is viewing the screen from pretty far away. I like how you're thinking. You know what? If it's scuffed because of lore. Maybe the developer in lore was just as haphazard as me. Maybe it was me, right? Boom. Twice the lore. You get me lore and you get game lore. Oh, why is that? Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Is this cursed pixel art? Yeah. My brother in Christ, Krita is free. I'm not struggling too bad. I should try Krita at some point, though. Maybe being bad is art? Yes, exactly. You ever go to a contemporary art museum? That's the epitome of that statement. Old lady. Oh. iBean. Wait. I seem to remember you existed on YouTube at one point. Under a different name. Also, if anyone here happens to be new and confused, like, where are these voices in his head coming from? I dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. So some chat messages are on Twitch or YouTube. Let me catch up on Twitch chat. Man, it just got a new work laptop. Low key, they got a pretty nice one. Ooh, good job, nice masochist. Oh, jeez, okay. Incriminating yourself. Company was too broke to afford a better dev. Yeah, they had me instead. Yeah, the real ones are here. Thank you. Alright, let me catch up. Old lady bedtime is calling. Alright, good night, Maddie. Thank you for dropping by. Have a good one. Have a good week. Have a good new year, too. I don't know if you were here last week. Ren as an official in-game character. Oh, no. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. The reason all the software sucks in lore is because I made it. Going to send Ren psychic attacks to use. No! Do not do that. I like my bad tools. Okay. Username and me already have enough Adderall to kill. Oh. Oh. Melatonin's my favorite. Although I've heard that that's also bad for you. Heading. Oh, I need to make this smaller. Does that make sense? If the idea is kind of like when you're in a Google Doc or something, and you have different headings, like there's an outline on the left, and you can click on a heading to take you to that point in the Google Doc. But is that what I should name this part here? Or is there something better I could name it that would, like, in a single word, do a little bit better of a job explaining what this column is? Yeah, come on, Mascus, jeez. The mythical Ren stream pool. Well, glad that you're enjoying some time off for the holiday. I took a nice long holiday too, so I was gone for like a lot of December. The Himalayas. Oh. Where are... I don't want to dox where the Himalayas are, but I guess like I think that's publicly accessible information. I also don't know if that was a joke or not, because it might have been. Oh, it's in Asia. Oh, that makes sense. The only... I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it, because now, like, it's gonna sound worse if I don't. The first time I heard about the Himalayas was from the Monsters Inc. movie, where like they end up in the Himalayas somehow. And the guy said it in a very funny voice, and he had snow cones. Okay, I like this. I like how this look. Let's see what effects we can throw on this. I don't think Paint.net is going to give me a lot of good ones here. I can maybe do a couple of blurs. Oh, let me save this. Save as UI_2. That way I know exactly what this is with no potential confusion. Gonna merge all of these to get... Oh, that was a mistake. Gonna merge all of these together and then apply the effect. Oh, what is that? Oh. Huh. Should I blur it? Because we're gonna add the video degradation effect both in Engine and in GIMP. But should I blur it like that? That didn't look all that awful. Yeah, my game is still in Look, to be fair, I am making progress, okay? Like, check this out. Like, before the Halloween stream, and keep in mind, a lot of the progress that was made isn't something that's going to be super noticeable. But, like, we have these monitors that I can interact with. Like, the effects on them is kind of cool. They're all curved. I made them in Blender. And so we can also, like, add that light back into the room to get a better look at them. I did all the, like, the texturing myself, too. And so before Halloween, I was in a, like, complete... I had no idea how to do any of this. And so, as part of, like, the Halloween game, I took a lot of the 8 smaller concepts I had, started testing them out. And so since then, I did a lot of, like, I made interfaces for the interactions that they can all be grouped together. So all of these are a type of interaction, which lets me control, like, the computer monitor or, like, any other terminal I want to use for a puzzle somewhere else in the level using the same interface. Because otherwise, a lot of my work is just going to be copying and pasting a lot of the stuff I had already done, as opposed to standardizing as much as I could. What's going on at Twitch chat? I'll just leave you guys to it. That crazy blur could make a cool shader effect. The one we had up a while ago. I want to take a look at some of the other stores. What's Square Blur? Polar inversion. What is that? Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't know when I would need to use this. Oh. Huh. Okay. Neat. Frosted glass. Okay. Add noise. Oh. Oh. Ooh. You probably do that in GIMP and Unreal Engine a little bit nicer. Um, Drop shadow? Yeah, look at that shadow. Hold on, let me catch this up. On Twitch, I can feel people shit talking me on Twitch. Speaking audio, why is Ren being so awkward? His UI isn't interesting enough to raw dog it. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? How did he know? Looks cool, thank you. Oh, you're talking about the programmatic effect, not anything I made. I'll still take the compliment though. I'll take credit for that. Okay, I mean, I think everything I wanted to do is already in here. We can probably just copy this, throw it into GIMP. And then add these filters. What are we raw talking and when? It's because I was talking about how I didn't have a reference image. You know that kind of static effect they put on these types of game terminals? Yeah, that's what ultimately we're going to end up with, because I did some of that here. Some of that I might want to do in Engine, though, because if it's just, like, imprinted on the background image, I can't get it to, like, move and warble. But I think I can do that. Let's see. What filters do we have here? Let's try a blur. Oh, nope. Not a fan of that. Distort. Do a shift. Not quite that intense. That looks good. And then we can do a little bit of noise look like here. That didn't do anything. Video degradation, that's what I wanted. Wide striped. And then we can probably copy this layer and throw it over here too. We give it that look. There we go. One thing I hate about Kevin is there's no reset zoom Or hate about Blender. Oh my gosh, it is late. It is late. Alright, one thing I hate about Blender is that there is no reset zoom function. Like, I love it when I'm working in small details and a single middle click throws me yards. Yeah, well, the numpad period kind of does that, but you have to be focused in on something. Hey, let's talk about the new RE game, RE9. Oh yeah, that's coming out soon. Would February 27th be a good day to release my horror game? Yeah. I don't think there's anything going on that day. Oh no, what's going on Twitch? Play music? There is music being played. What is going on? You were bullied off a YouTube stream. Oh, sorry. Sorry to hear that. I wonder what Daisy would have rated that. Usually she tells me, but then, like, I don't know where she keeps her lists anymore. You couldn't afford the YouTube stream username? You good? Too expensive? They aren't paying me to support small creators. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, Alright, let's do some cool work, huh? Alright, let's save this UI image. Honestly, I like this one better than the other one. Now, some of you might say skill issue, but I say improvement. I'm getting better, right? Right? Yeah. I'm glad we all agree. UI underscore 2.jpg. Yeah, you get a masochist. What kind of milk? Honestly, I think, guys, I think I found a new meta. I don't explain the context to the chat messages I'm reading on either platform. That way, if people want to know what's going on, they just have both streams open, and I get twice the viewers. Guys, I figured it out. I did it. I beat YouTube and Twitch. I beat streaming. Whole milk? Good. I just gotta click and drag this. And then I'm gonna duplicate tester. We'll just call this, what is it doing? Paranormal profiles. Then we'll call this second one Bads. There we go. Surely I'm not going to forget what that acronym means when I go back looking for this months from now, right? Surely not. Oh boy, are these two different shades of green? That's tough. Anyway. Widget screen 1 should be bads. I already almost forgot what I named it. It just happened to show up at the top. That's bad's practice, thank you. Hold on. Alright. Let's see how this looks. Gotta go? Take it easy, Raph. Have a good night. Yes! It's kind of weird because there's like, obviously the borders are in the way and it's not full screen. Let's try to boot it into like a full screen, like a playable thing. Get a notebook and write down bads in every single page. Wait, Maskus, you're handing out homework to your streamer, to your viewers? Or is that something in the chat that I missed? Ren, don't try to understand. Okay. Apparently the Twitch stream is no longer mine. Put this in a standalone game. And hopefully I can, like, get this to work. How long have I been going? What time is it? 8:07. Oh, no. What is this aspect ratio? What is going on? Oh, I fixed it. Hold on. Ignore the blue bar at the top. Okay. So, I don't think this is awful. Obviously, there's no text on the screen right now or nothing for me to really interact with. So I feel like seeing more of it in motion might make it better. The thing that I'm not a huge fan of is like the buttons. I don't know if there's a more intuitive way though to like change screens. Because I can also like back out and then have both on screen at once and then also zoom back in. But I don't know if there's a better way to do that than these corner buttons here. I might also want to have like the camera blend to these positions rather than snapping to it. But I don't know, what anyone have thoughts? Which is your favorite what are my favorite followers, YouTuber, Twitch? I love you all equally. But Twitch generates ad revenue, YouTube doesn't. Republic of Twitch or the Rebellion of YouTube? What's it gonna be? The new streaming meta is working. See, Oh, ooh! I looked over at my YouTube analytic though, and it looks like people didn't open up a new tab. They just left YouTube. Yikes. And yeah, don't forget Daisy's still here. She's still as psychotic as ever. I think everyone is confused in the chats. Glad to see that we all have we're all having a good Monday night though. Oh, even him. It's too cold. Like in the Himalayas, or is there context that I don't have? Oh, how do I get out of this? No, it's fine. I can exit my own game. There we go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Crisis averted. Now I think there's a way I can add like an effect to a material. If I go to like its post-process effect, like this. I should probably Google this, shouldn't I? Unreal Engine add blur effect to material. What's the actual terminology I'm looking for? Because it's like in the camera, there's a here, let's just test it by adding a camera real quick. Where are the cameras? There they are. Lens, right? There's like it's hard to see unless I do perspective camera actor. I can do film grain. That's what I was looking for. Which is kind of like noise, but not quite the same. Dirt mask. I don't really need. Make this more. Oh, there it goes. I'm going to try this again over here. No, I read it, Basti. I saw. Oh, well, I read the message. I didn't read the DM. Ooh, sci-fi stuff. Okay, let's see. Unreal Engine add film grain effect to material. I don't know if it'll let me do that. Okay. Easiest way using the built-in post-process volume for global effects or creating a custom post-process material with noise nodes, like noise and panner, for more control, applying it to a UI element or directly to a camera. I might have to do a little bit of digging to figure out, like, what the best way to do this is, because the way I see it is I could either just add the noise and then, like, have it jitter a little bit, to kind of give that, like, grainy old monitor feel. Or there's probably something that already exists, and I could just type in, like, user interface old monitor screen effect. The hard part about this is that I did a pretty like weird way of doing the screen effect thing. So I used the dynamic material. I don't know if a lot of these tutorials online are going to directly apply to me. Let me look at that material, actually, if I can find it quickly enough. I'll be honest, I don't know where I put it. Level prototyping. Oh, wait, hold on. Go to the construction script. No. Here it is, okay. Add dead pixels to mess with the player so they think their monitor is broken. I still have Silent Hill F tags. Whoops. Whoops. Thank you. Boy, that was a game. That was a game. Is there like a noise node? Noise. What did that do? Oh, that's kind of crazy. Hold on. Let's see what this looks like. It might not be good, but it looked kind of fun. Oh, that didn't do anything. I have a feeling this is not the interactable material, or the dynamic material. If I do that... Hold on. Okay, no, it is. And if I play... Okay, so it is that. Does the noise just not do anything? Alright, what goes in here? Is it just a value? 5. 0? Why doesn't it affect this? I'm trying to see if this gets used anywhere else. It doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Hold on. There's an interloper in Twitch chat. Let me take care of that. Boom. How long has it been? I've had the Silent Hill F tags on since October. No, before October. Yeah, it was a while ago. He's always driving home. His home is a car. But it's actually like, it's like one of those crazy ones where it's bigger on the inside. He's actually got like a full home inside of it. So a bevel I'm trying to make keeps breaking. So you know what that means. Doing it by hand. Oh no. You're shocked I have the ability to get out of bed in the morning. I usually don't. Coffee helps. What did he do? Justice for my man. He leaked that I'm viewbotting. I mean, he's trying to sell me illicit. There's like no one on YouTube. Kevin, it's just you. Everyone has abandoned me. Alright. Team. You don't know how to view bot. Yeah, that's honestly, you're not wrong. I absolutely don't. Oh wait, no, we have more people on YouTube now. The revenue is increasing now. Oh, you're right, you're right. Actually, yes, good. Good job, Twitch. Good job. That's why I'm trying to keep chat alive. Thank you. Alright, team. I might be wrapping up here. I know I said it might potentially be a fuller stream today, but I don't know kind of a lot of the forward progress I think I want to make is a lot of digging around online to get a good noise effect on this. And I just feel like I don't have that in me tonight. Tisk tisk, so unappreciated. I'm sorry. Taking my micro cents per ad. You'll stream next. Oh yeah, when's your stream? Also, like, don't rush to give me 20 minutes. Don't rush to stream tonight. I thought you said you weren't streaming tonight, dude. Take a break. Ren, what games are you looking forward to in 2026? If GTA 5 comes out, GTA 6, that'd be cool. Obviously, Resident Evil. I don't know if the remake of Silent Hill 1 is coming out this year, but that'll be cool. But also, any indie games that we just don't know about yet. Because some of my favorite games for this past year were like Repo and Peak, and those came out of nowhere. And I think we're at a point. I think one of you guys was talking about this last stream. Like we're at a point where hardware is getting so expensive that a lot of people are just going to be playing indie games for the next handful of years because there's just no point if some of the best games on the market you can play on a potato or your Switch One. You're excited for a horror game called Vermin. What's Vermin about? the market is for indie games. Absolutely. And I am gonna miss. I just googled vermin. Oh, I don't know why I thought the game would show up. Vermin are small objectional animals, insects, or birds like rats, mice, cockroaches, and pigeons. I need to get to bed. Considered pests because they are destructive, carry diseases, or compete with humans for resources. Dang, we're getting our ass kicked by bats and like bugs and stuff. Vermin horror game. Vermin on Steam. Oh, to be announced. Okay. This looks good. Vermin's a first-person survival horror game about hunting, feeding the heart, and dreaming of death. Trap and hunt mutated creatures. Explore a forest in the 1980s. Soviet Union. Gather items, craft traps, mutate yourself, and maybe art will finally let you die. Neato. Are you going to play Reanimal? What's Reanimal? People keep throwing game names at me. Reanimal. Gotta enter my age? What? I am old. Oh, THQ Nordic? It's like they're next in the... I see. I don't know. I didn't... Okay. This is gonna be controversial. This is giving me heavy Little Nightmares vibes, and I just didn't care for that game. Not that I think it's a bad game. I just... I don't know. It just didn't grab me. Fix the bevel. Looks beautiful. Nice. Now, make no mistake. I recognize it is objectively a good game. Oh, Live It's Live? Let's see. Let's see if I've been lied to. Man, he does not lie. Oh, come on. I have to like open a new tab because if I try to do it through OBS only, it closes it, which means I can't see who I raid into. I can start the raid. But okay, I'm in there. All right, let me drop us onto the good night screen. Setting up your laptop for the third monitor. It does say you're live, though. It does say you're live. All right, hold on. Ending. Boom. All right. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys being here. So thank you for sticking with me, by the way, especially through like the slower progress. I know that sometimes it's not quite as interesting when not a whole lot is happening, or especially now where it's a lot of user interface stuff. A lot of the groundwork has been laid, and it's a lot less fleshing out game design because the game design is already kind of been determined, but we haven't really been able to iterate too much on it because it's not playable yet. So we're kind of in like this awkward in-between phase. Should I share the work in progress of your updated axe or just share it when you're done? I think sharing it work in progress is a good idea. Yeah. Absolutely. Are you going to stream RE9? I don't know. I was thinking about this, especially when I played Silent Hill F. I feel like I might have enjoyed Silent Hill F more if I played it on my own. Not necessarily because of I didn't like it on stream, but more so that I had to wait a week to play it, and then I had to play it for 2 hours. Roundabout, if not more. When I play games, I'll usually just jump into a game for like 15 to 30 minutes. just randomly whenever I feel like whenever that it hits me. And that's just kind of how I, especially horror games, will play them. But sometimes I will just sit through and binge it. So to answer your question, the short and long of it is I will probably do like New Game Plus on stream. But I don't know if I'll do my first campaign blind on stream. We'll see. I mean, we have a little under a couple months to figure out, but that's likely what I'll do. All right. I will see you all. If you're at the beginning of the stream, I said Wednesday is a potential canceled. I'll let you all know when we get a little bit closer. But I have some things going on. I think I can balance both, but I'll let you all know. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Happy Tuesday. I will see you all, if not Wednesday, the following week. I don't know when the schedule for next week isn't out yet. Again, are you really a streamer at this point? There are some people who are streamers that don't stream at all, but it's still like they got it on their name tag. So, you know, first and foremost, a game developer. Well, I don't know what I am. Not really doing that either. Huh. What's a streamer without... See, username, again, splendid. What's a streamer without canceled stream identity crisis? Thanks for the stream. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I always appreciate it. Especially for those of you in awkward time zones. Hopefully you're able to like either enjoy it or maybe have it on in the background, getting some stuff of your own done. I have a lot of New Year resolutions that I've been working through, like just deep cleaning my apartment before springtime and just trying to get better habits. And like it's only been a couple weeks in and it already feels so much nicer just having all of these, I don't know, this just different mindset. So eventually I'm hoping that it'll carry over into game development and streaming. But until that happens, have a great night. If you are on Twitch, sit tight because I'm going to kick you over to Masochist stream. And if you are a part of the raid, you get channel points, which I haven't done anything with yet. But at some point, at some point, it'll happen. You bet on it. Where is he? There he is. All right. YouTube, you have a good night.